Welcome back. Let's turn these in. I'm glad she's here. She was supposed to be
A pleasure to see you.
at the crossroads, but she never went.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
This is exactly what I needed.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
So I'm assuming...
A pleasure to see you again.
Okay, now this is all there.
Goodbye.
Thank you so
And
much for your help.
there doesn't seem to be anything on the table. So I'm assuming now she'll go to the crossroads. I mean, I don't know how her presence impacts the story, but yeah, go, because they need you. The other night I had a dream about Dragon Age, and it really, in my opinion, shows how great the creative process is when you can create something that people think about subconsciously. I dreamt... Okay, wait, first let me go back so that we're on the same plane here. Remember when I first found out that I had the mark on my hand? We went to go seal the rift where the divine was killed. Well, everybody was killed. And when we were walking through, Varric was talking about the red lyrium. Okay. And we were trying to figure out where it came from. Then we went to go to Valreo and we saw Seeker Lucius. And in the video, I said he looked possessed. He reminded me of Meredith. And even Cassandra was saying how weird he was acting, etc., etc. Okay. Now, given that foundation, just to make sure, you know, that you remember those incidents, or if you didn't watch that, those things happened. So, in my dream, I dreamt that Seeker Lucius was drinking red lyrium. And I woke Bull up, and I was like, you're not going to believe this, but the Templars are drinking red lyrium. To which he looked at me, shaking his head. It's like, Templars don't touch red lyrium. They drink blue lyrium, not red lyrium. We don't even know where to get red lyrium from. And so, you know, to which I said, yeah, but you saw all of that red lyrium. There's a lot of red lyrium around that we don't know anything about. And the Templars are drinking it, I'm telling you. So we went to go tell Cullen. And Bull was just, you know, doing what guys do. They know that there's certain things in life, and this is with both genders really, to keep the peace. And this is one of those times where he had to keep the peace because my tune wasn't having it. My tune was very determined, and I'm me in my tune. You know, the saying, they're drinking the red lyrium. They're drinking the red lyrium. So we tell, you know, wake up Cullen, and I'm like, we've got to go take on the Templars because they've turned into a cult and they're drinking the red lyrium. To which he looked at me. It was like, no, they're not drinking the red lyrium. So my counter to that was, where did all that red lyrium come from? Where did it come from? But more importantly, where did it go? Because we moved on to Haven and left all of that red lyrium sitting there out in the open. It's like, okay, let's say they weren't drinking it then, but I'll bet you they're drinking it now. They've messed with it. Now, well, actually, all you have to do is be around the red lyrium. You don't have to drink it. You don't have to consume it. All you have to do is be around it, and it will just mess with your brain.
The Templars must have taken that fort up ahead.
Speaking of Templars. So yeah, I had that dream. And nobody believed me, which was extremely frustrating. So we encountered, you know, I've decided for the Inquisition that we're going with the mages. Cullen and Cassandra want me to go with the Templars, and I'm like, no, we can't, because the Templars are drinking red lyrium, and it's caused a divide within the Inquisition because nobody would believe me about the red lyrium. So yeah, this is what happens when you create something so good that you dream about it. So it'll be interesting to see, because I've said in previous videos where I see a distinct parallel between Origins and Inquisitions, or previous releases and the current one. And to me, Meredith being possessed by the red lyrium, I would not be surprised if Lucius is possessed by the red lyrium. It has been impacted by the red lyrium, because the games are like, to me, Inquisitions is like a modern version of Origins. And I totally get that, and I'm not downing Inquisitions, because EA had to get this right. They had to nail this, particularly after Mass Effect. They had to get this right. And let's not forget that EA was voted the worst company, you know, for 2 years straight. So they couldn't mess up with this. So it makes sense from a business standpoint to just build on a formula that you know works, and then take the feedback that you got from the game that everybody loves, which is Origins, and, you know, make a modern version of it. So that's what I think.
The refugees should be safer on the King's Road now.
The apostates will still be a problem.
I would be very shocked if all of a sudden Lucius decided, oh, you know what? I'm going to completely change my personality, hit a woman from the Chantry, and, you know, just morph into a completely different person. So time will tell if the red lyrium is playing a part in this. I was asked, well, not a whole lot, but quite often, to read some of the short stories that have been written for Dragon Age. There's some that are listed on the Bioware blog, and there was one released recently, actually, the day before yesterday, the beginning of June, and then the beginning of May. And I was asked if I would read those. And to be very honest, I didn't even know that they were released. But I'm going to look into that. I'm going to play around with it. I'm not promising anything, because it would depend to see how long the videos are, what I'm going to put in the background. I could just put some random footage from Inquisitions in the background. But I've been asked to do that, and I thought it was very humbling. You beloved, may your ashes be gathered and carried safely after all the long years you've carried me. Aww. That's sweet and sad at the same time. But yeah, I'm gonna play around with it. It's humbling, and that someone, that people requested that of me. And it's awesome. I know that my voice is very soothing. Many people find it very soothing. So yeah, I'm gonna give that some thought and see how that goes. That's beautiful. You have to die. Oh wow, really? I wish I could turn those off, because sometimes it just completely kills my immersion. It's like, you die! You're dead! Die! My goodness. So much drama. Okay. Sometimes I have all the range in the world. Uh-oh, you little bitch. You think you can come up to me? Oh man, I'm not on my... It's like, whoopsies. I'm not on my rogue. I can't just vanish. So let's see how she does. I love the fact that the team rallied behind her. I'm feeling the AI in this one a lot. I think they did a good job on the AI. Well done, Bioware. Well done.